So, what now? What do you want to do with your life? People ask me this all the time, usually teachers or my parents' friends or just my parents in general. And a lot of times they get straight to the point. They go like, what college do you plan on attending? I usually just say that I don't want to go to college or university, and usually they'd be super surprised. They'd be like, whoa, this kid can think. The general consensus is that the next step after high school is to just go to college and get a job and work 40 years of your life doing something there's a good chance you don't really like to do, for maybe a vacation in Bali. It's not really a good future to look up to. Throwing away 4 years that I can use, 4 years of time and energy that I can use to work on something else, either educate myself or brute force my way into doing something that I like. So I can just brute force my way of trying new business ideas, trying over and over again with the super expensive college tuition that I don't think is worth it, but I can use that instead for just trying out businesses, or use that money to educate myself, buying courses or attending talks, or I can just use the time watching some YouTube videos or whatever. The main thing I want to go to is that there's better ways to educate yourself if you are truly willing to with the money. I guarantee you that you can learn more about business from trying and failing different business ideas for 4 years than any business degree that you can pay for. And I will stand on that, and I'll be willing to bet all my money on it. So ever since I was about 5 years old or something, ever since I had consciousness, I always knew that I wanted to invent something, to be different, and to create something that makes people's lives better, or just something really cool. I'd take apart my Lego sets that I would get. I'd build them, I'd take them apart, and I would build a Transformers, because I was really into Transformers at the time. Not because of Megan Fox. I built these Transformers. They can actually turn into cars, and they can turn into robots too, as a puzzle, and try to figure out how ways to hide the head, ways to hide, I thought it was really, really interesting. So back then I didn't know what an entrepreneur is, but I think that if you were to tell me the definition when I was 5 years old, I would agree that that's what I wanted to be. I didn't grow up rich or wealthy or anything like that. When I was a kid, I basically just took care of dogs, my own dogs, my neighbors, for a fee, of course. And after about a year, I had made almost 6 million rupiah, about $400 US, which for a 6-year-old felt like a fortune, dude. My wallet was fat, and I was proud of it. I was richer than every single one of my classmates that was on a monthly allowance. That was something I was proud of. And I think that moment of realization triggered something in me. I didn't want a job. No, because I would be working for somebody else, and I would be building their dreams instead of my own. Ultimately, I would think that that's not a very good use of my time. So if you were to give 2 options to a little 5-year-old, work 40 hours a week doing something that there's a good chance you wouldn't like, or work 5 to 10 hours doing something that you love and make the same wage, of course they're gonna pick the second option. Of course. So we didn't struggle financially. Well, not really that much. I mean, our stomachs were full of food that's good enough and nutritious enough that I can grow up healthy. And I'm forever thankful for that. We always have an okay school for me to go to, and a roof over our head. That's what situation I grew up in. So fast forward to now, I'm turning 16 years old in a couple of weeks, and I'm back to the dilemma of figuring out what I want to do with my life. Teachers, parents, my friends that are quite a bit older than me, the topic of interest is usually what university am I going to, or what job do I like to pursue, and I don't fuck with that. And if you were willing to spend 40 hours a week for 40 years just to barely retire and go on vacation to Bali when you're fat, old, sweaty, and maybe get a nice car by then. It's like, that's not the life I want to live. That's depressing. I don't want to be like that. So I figured that something needs to change for me not to be the average person if I don't want to live the average person's life. So that's why I spend most of my time learning things outside of school. So right now I'm just focused on learning business and marketing and sales. So what I do is just read books on it, or I watch YouTube videos. I just bought this. It's a biography of Elon Musk. Pretty cool. I got about this much into reading it so far. I just got it like 2 days ago, dude. And Psychology of Money, a business book, another business book. The Lean Startup, pretty cool book. How today's entrepreneurs use continuous innovation to create radically successful business. Very useful. And I'm learning sales on the internet. So because I'm doing that most of the time and I'm trading stocks, I feel like I'm kind of falling behind in life. And that's okay. It really is. A lot of times you will feel like you're falling behind from your friends and everybody you know, and that's alright. Everyone around me is talking about college, university, and grades. My grades, they're shit. That said, I have to lock in for school for the next like 2 or 3 months. Well, if I fail, then I have to do 10th grade again. I don't want to do that. That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, I have to have private classes with my teachers to do assignments that I don't want to do. Lose. And my teachers hate me enough, at least the ones that give me bad grades. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. Just lock in for school. I'm cooked. I'm gonna hate it. You gotta do what you gotta do. I was planning for this video to be like I'm falling behind in life, and that's okay. But it's more of just me dissing school. Like, I'm sorry to if a teacher's watching this. This is just me dissing school, dude. The Honest St. Joseph review is gonna come out at some point. I'd probably make it like after a year, just to make sure that I get through everything properly. That's all I want to talk about today. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. And if you don't like the video, just press the dislike button. Have a good one.